Hello, everyone. My name is Noah James Gonzalez. Friends and families call me Nonong Gonzalez, a name given to me by my grandpa which I like, and a name which established my identity. I invite you, together with my mom Angelia, Grandma Nancy, Tita Gian, and my grandpa Jimmy, to come travel with me as I journey around the world to see the beautiful places, its people and culture, and taste its native delicacies. Heathrow Airport, also known as London Heathrow, is a major international airport in London, United Kingdom. Heathrow is the second busiest airport in the world by international passenger traffic, as well as the busiest airport in Europe by passenger traffic, and the seventh busiest airport in the world by a total passenger traffic. It is one of six international airports serving London region. Heathrow lies 14 miles west of central London and has two parallel east-west runways along with four operational terminals and a site that covers 12.27 square kilometers. The airport is the primary hub for British Airways and the primary operating base for Virgin Atlantic. The Oyster card is a payment method for public transport in London and certain areas around it in the United Kingdom. A standard Oyster card is a blue credit card sized stored value contactless smart card. It is promoted by Transport for London and can be used on travel modes across London, including London Underground, London buses, the Docklands Light Railway, London Overground, Tramlink, some riverboat services, and most national rail services within the London fare zones. Since its introduction in June 2003, more than 86 million cards have been used. Oyster cards can be hold period tickets, travel permits, and most commonly, credit for travel as pay as you go. which must be added to the card before travel. Passengers touch it and an electronic reader when entering and leaving the transport system in order to validate it or deduct funds from the stored credit. Credit cards may be topped up by recurring payment authority, by online purchase at credit card terminals, or by cash. The last two methods at station or ticket offices. The card is designed to reduce the number of transactions at ticket offices, and the number of paper tickets usage is encouraged by offering substantially cheaper fares than with cash, though the acceptance of cash is being phased out. On London buses, cash is no longer accepted. The card was first issued to the public on June 30, 2003, with a limited range of features, and there continues to be a phased reintroduction of further function. By June 2012, over 43 million Oyster cards had been issued, and more than 80% of all journeys on public transport in London were made using the card. Since 2014, the use of Oyster cards had been supplemented by contactless credit and debit cards as part of TfL's future ticketing program. TfL was the first public transport provider in the world to accept payment by contactless bank cards. The widespread adoption of contactless and London has been credited to this. TfL is now one of Europe's largest contactless merchants, with around 1 in 10 contactless transactions in the UK taking place on the TfL network. The London Underground, also known simply as the Underground or by its nickname, the Tube, is a public rapid transit system serving London region, England, and has some parts of the adjacent counties of Buckinghamshire, Essex, and Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom. The Underground has its origin in the Metropolitan Railway, the world's first underground passenger railway. Opened in January 1863, it is now part of the Circle, Hammersmith, and the City of Metropolitan lines. The first line to operate underground electric traction trains, the City and South London Railway in 1890, is now part of the Northern Line. The network has expanded to 11 lines and in 2017-2018 carried 1.357 billion passengers, making it the world's 12th busiest metro system. The 11 lines collectively handle up to 5 million passengers a day. The system's first tunnels were built just below the surface, using the cut and cover method. Later, smaller, roughly circular tunnels, which give rise to its nickname, the tube, were dug through at a deeper level. The system has 270 stations and 250 miles of track. Despite its name, only 45% of the system is underground and tunnels, with much of the network and the outer environs of London being on the surface. In addition to the underground does not cover most southern parts of London region, and there are only 29 stations south of the River Thames. The early tube lines, originally owned by several private companies, were brought together under the Underground brand in the early 20th century and eventually merged along with the subsurface lines and bus services in 1933 to form London Transport under the control of the London Passenger Transport Board or LPTB. The current operator, London Underground Limited, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Transport for London, the statutory corporation responsible for the transport network in London regions. As of 2015, 92% of operational expenditure is covered by passenger fares. The travel card ticket was introduced in 1983 and Oyster, a contactless ticketing system, in 2003. Contactless card payments were introduced in 2014, the first public transport system in the world to do so. As I pause here, I hope you enjoy our ride. Don't forget to watch my next episode and please hit the red subscribe button below for it means so much for me. Until next time, thank you so much.